What's going on, everyone? Over the last few days, people who have come over from my NDE podcast, as well as my recent dream videos, I've been receiving numerous messages from people that are experiencing similar phenomena in terms of their relation to how they see the sky and other Mandela effects. And it's an enormous relief to me to see just how far from alone we are. And I just wanted to point out that after listening to yesterday's podcast, Brian Stavely discussing the Mandela effect, it is not just a Western phenomenon. So there are places all around the world, people talking and messaging him from obscure countries that have discussed changes in their local geography, in their local culture, in their media, and things like that. So it's, of course, it's difficult to discuss changes, Mandela changes in other countries if you're not from there, if you've never been there, if you're not familiar. Now, I was born in Russia and I've been back there a couple of times, but still, compared to the US, I'm 100 times more familiar with the US than Russia. So I can't even, and I do watch Russian YouTube channels too. And I still couldn't tell you what cultural Mandela effects or changes might have taken place there because I just don't know. The US, I've been probably to more than 30 states and I know the US very well. Um, Having said that, I just wanted to point that out that this is not exclusive to the Western world by any means. And for those who are really in the know, we know that the entire reality changed. And then it's not just a few obscure certain things, which a couple of my friends tried to tell me yesterday that these are just small changes, which is just absolutely absurd. These are not small changes whatsoever. These are massive. What could be more massive than our own sun and moon? Anyway, the epiphany I had, um, and I noticed that in my childhood, I have very distinct, burned in memories of these specific Mandela effects. And these really are distinct from other memories. So, what I'm talking about is like, for example, I have a very clear and vivid memory of being 5 years old in Brooklyn, New York, and me and my mom going into a clothing store to buy some shoes for me or whatever. And I remember staring at the Fruit of the Loom logo in that store for a long time. I would just be like staring at the white shirts and underwear and like picking, and I have that cornucopia burned into my brain since the age of 5. Now I have a very good memory, but I don't have such distinct burned in memories like that. And there's other things. So I'm finding a pattern here. I'm finding a pattern that I am remembering these things much better than other things in my life. And I've talked to my friend today who said the same thing. So there is a pattern here, guys. There is a distinct pattern. And another example, I remember as clear as day the freaking retarded commercials about uh, we- uh Publishers Clearinghouse and Ed McMahon and them running up to people's doorbells and them receiving the giant check. I have such clear memories of receiving those stupid giant yellow envelopes in the mail. I have such distinct and clear, vivid memories of those commercials and of seeing Ed McMahon himself. And I have a very, very, very good memory of a Shazam commercial. This was probably around 1997. I was sitting with my brother watching TV. And I remember seeing the Shazam commercial and watching Sinbad with a stupid little Arabian thing on his head, prancing around and being a genie. And we were talking. I remember telling my brother, I want to see that movie. And he's like, yeah. And that's actually one of the things that bothers my brother a lot is because I'm pretty sure he saw that movie, and that's the Mandela effect that bothers him the most. So there's a pattern here, guys. So we're on to something, and I just wanted to point that out.